Well, good day, folks. In this video, we have a young lady that drank the cultural Marxist Kool-Aid. She seems like she's fairly new to feminism, but already has the movement's toxic ideologies oozing out of her pores. I don't know if her heart is in the right place or not, because the entire thing absolutely reeks of propaganda. Let's see what kind of nonsense we have in store for us today.
Hello everyone.
Hello there, miss.
As you can see by the title, it says problematic, I think, if I did name it that. And I'm just going to talk about problematic people and things in the world that is problematic and what people shouldn't do.
Problematic things is problematic. I'll definitely need to take notes so that I can keep up.
I made a whole list. A lot of this is on racism. There's a little bit of racism, homophobic people and gender roles and feminism, all of that stuff. So the first thing is Donald Trump and his views. I'm not going to go too much into this because I'm not American and blah blah blah, but honestly, if he becomes president, I'm going to feel so bad for America, and it's just so disgusting, his views on things. And he's like, oh yeah, if I get elected, then I might change the views on gay marriage and everything.
What, do you mean he's going to change his own views on gay marriage? You don't really have to be the president to do that. Unless you're saying he's going to change marriage laws, but even that's a stretch since no one knows what his stance is on it. Why? He doesn't talk about it, other than to say it's already been decided, and now he wants to work on more important issues like getting our jobs back from overseas.
It's like Muslims, blah blah, we can build a wall. Like, shut up, you can't build a wall. Like, just stop being so stupid.
I don't know, man. The dude's got a lot of fucking money. I'd be willing to bet he could build a wall if he wanted to, and it would probably be better than China's.
So I'm going to just feel really sorry for America if he gets elected. So that's my view on Donald Trump.
That she got off a cereal box.
The next thing is how homophobic people, well, I don't know, they might not be homophobic.
It should be pretty easy to tell. If someone is screaming at the top of his or her lungs that God hates fags, is keeping gay people from getting jobs, or is threatening violence on people because of their sexuality, that person may be homophobic.
But people go, oh, you're so gay, and then they say, you're a faggot. I hate that word so much. I've never called someone that in my life.
And that is your prerogative. Remember, language is constantly evolving. There are plenty of words that meant one thing 10 years ago and have taken on a different meaning today. While you have the right to not say something, you should also have the right to say something I may not agree with, and I would respect that. Faggot.
If someone called me that, I won't get offended, but I'll just be really annoyed with them. What if you called someone that and they were gay? They'd be like some of them could just go, a bit crazy, or not crazy, but angry and upset and get a bit offended by it.
Your own ideas and words should be motivated by your own sense of morality and of your own volition, not by societal obligation to accept or adhere to thought policing that you do not agree with. Political correctness to the very core is tyrannical. I respect that you don't want to offend people, and for the most part, a lot of us don't want to either, but no one should be silenced because they hold an unpopular opinion. Yeah, piss on whether or not it offends gay people. It probably does! Or maybe it doesn't. Who fucking knows? I'm offended because it has the potential to offend someone I can't tell is offended by it or not.
The next thing is how people who support LGBTQ plus rights are seen as gay. No, that's not it.
Correct. Supporting the LGBT, WTF, BBQ, LOL, pew pew lasers does not make you gay in the same way that supporting animal rights doesn't make you a yellow-bellied, three-toed skink.
They're just being a decent human being. It's called being a straight ally or ally, I don't know. But yeah, and they have their own flag. Personally, I don't think they should have a flag because it's not a sexuality.
It's much easier to indoctrinate people if you know the words you're trying to use. It's ally, by the way. And right, they don't need a flag. Why do they need to distance themselves from the people that they're claiming to help? It almost sounds like they want to make sure that people know they aren't gay. I'd say it's almost hypocritical, but name one hypocritical social justice warrior. I mean, come on, name one. And really, why is anyone's sexual orientation anyone else's business? I mean, unless you're a straight man and the dick is in you, shut the fuck up.
The next thing is how girl couples and lesbian couples and everything like that are too sexualized by men, and how boobs are too sexualized by men, and just the female body.
That's because men are visual creatures and we appreciate female aesthetics. I mean, you get two women together and we are likely to spring a leak. The sexualization of the female body is rooted deep within human nature and our instinct to carry on our genes. Basically, feminists are waging a war against nature. Tell me how that goes.
A lot of boys are like, oh, gay people, gay boys are so disgusting, moo, they're, all like that. And then they could go on to lesbians and they'll be like, oh yeah, lesbians are fine, lesbians are hot.
Shame on men for not being attracted to other men. I find your heterosexuality offensive.
And you're just sexualizing lesbians, and then it's just going to go around. It's really annoying me.
Sorry guys, you can't be exclusive. If you want to sexualize gay women, you have to sexualize gay men too.
The next thing is gender stereotypes and how kids' toys and clothes and everything like that is stereotyped into a gender and colours, and it really annoys me.
That's because they are marketing to a certain demographic, and it's easier for people to find what they want to buy if they know where to look for it. Just because women may have other plans for that cucumber, doesn't mean I need to walk to the feminine hygiene aisle to buy it.
Wear what you want to wear. If a boy wants to wear girl clothes, let him. If a girl wants to wear boy clothes, let her. If anyone just wants to wear anything, just wear it, and it's just fine.
Okay, who's telling you that you can't? I mean, if it's your parents, then shut the hell up and listen to your parents. Otherwise, I think you have the right to wear whatever you want.
The next one is gender roles, where women are seen that they have to be in the kitchen.
Well, this is turning into a straw man. No one thinks a woman's place is in the kitchen. She's more than welcome to make sandwiches from the bedroom, too, just, since all the condiments are in the fridge, I thought we were being considerate. Jeez, sorry.
So yeah, that just annoys me as well.
I'm just going to get this out of the way. The mindset that women belong in the kitchen is generally only held by the older generations clinging to a time where traditionally women were the homemakers and could afford to be. This is not called a gender stereotype, this is called history. Most people don't think this way in modern society. Today it is nearly impossible to support an entire family on the average man's income, and as a whole we are smart enough to agree that cooperative efforts must be made for our family's survival, particularly when it comes to finances.
I'm just going through everything that really pisses me off, basically. Feminists that only support women's rights.
How can you be upset with feminists that only advocate women's rights? Feminism only advocates for the rights of women. Anyone advocating for true equality is egalitarian, not feminist. When a feminist says she's vying for the rights of men and women, what she really means is that she has created a fictional point system in order to further her victim narrative so she can begin to systematically whittle men down to fit her skewed worldview.
You're being a misogynist. I don't really know how to say it. It's either misogynist or misogynist. Any one of them. You're being a misogynist, whatever it is.
I can see you are using buzzwords without understanding their meaning. As far as feminism is concerned, this is fine, so I will teach you more buzzwords. Take notes and use these words and you will win every argument ever. Patriarchy, misogyny, rape culture, subject-object dichotomy, and gender, which breaks down into the subcategories gender spectrum, gender stereotypes, gender binary, and gender is a social construct. Don't worry about knowing what these words mean. As long as you scream rape really loudly while you shout out 3 or more of them, you'll be fine. An example is, women are the victims of the subject-object dichotomy of the patriarchal rape culture, and gender is a social construct. Congratulations, little feminist, you have just won. Feel free to ignore any logic and reason that comes out of an opponent's mouth after that because he is just being a misogynist.
They say, oh, but we're trying to get equality. You don't know the definition of equality. It means equality between both genders and sexes, and just stop it. You're uneducated, you're not a feminist, and...
By God, this is probably the best goddamn definition of equality I've ever fucking heard.
How feminists are seen as gay. When I said to my parents that I was a feminist and I asked them if they were, my dad was like, no, that's just for gay girls.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I just think your father needs to get his shit straight. First of all, recent studies have shown that roughly 95% of feminists are actually fat, ugly, gay hippopotamuses that have assimilated themselves into society, and only 3% are attractive human women. The remaining 2% is divided between the manginas necessary to carry on the hippo gene pool for future waves of feminism, and the howler monkeys that show up at MRA events to ridicule male rape victims and male victims of suicide. In conclusion, feminists aren't gay girls, as your father claims they are. They're fat, ugly, gay hippos. And howler monkeys.
Why the hell does that have to make you gay to fight for equal rights between genders.
No one is saying that being a feminist makes you a clam jouster. We're saying that... Oh. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, that's exactly what we're saying. Never mind.
The next thing is racial prejudice and racism in general. Racism is where, you know, you're pushed aback because of your colour, and you can't do things because of the colour of your skin.
By God, this is probably...
Which is absolutely pathetic. Basically, people of colour are, you know, restricted from doing things just because of their skin colour.
I'm sorry, what colored people are being excluded from what and from where exactly? Would you drop the Jim Crow nonsense? Thanks.
But it is, a lot of people say, oh yeah, they can be racist to white people too. No, because white people are not being restricted from doing things that's prejudice, racial prejudice.
Oh, come the fuck on. You said prejudice right the first time and then you auto-corrected it.
And that's where someone can call you names like mayonnaise, you know, like a black person could say, oh, you look like mayonnaise. And you could go, oh yeah, that's racist. But it's not racist, it's racial prejudice. It's racial prejudice. Racial prejudice. Prejudice. Like, no. Just, they're not being racist. You're not being restricted from having a job or doing something just because you're, of your skin.
And neither is anyone else. If they are, it is illegal as shit.
That's basically all the problematic things in the world so far.
I'd like to believe that there's still hope for you since you barely know what you're talking about, but I wouldn't count on it. This is definitely a list of the most problematic things according to a first world feminist. Genital mutilation, male and female rape in the Congo, women in the Middle East who work more than men but only get a quarter of the pay, if any pay at all. None of these are real problems. You idiots have to put an end to manspreading. Well hey, once you're done there, round up the hippos and try to get them back into the fucking zoo. Thanks. 95% of feminists are actually fat, ugly, gay hippopotamuses, and only 3% are attractive human women.